An area for myself if a stay-at-home wife as Tanis Elordi, self-education. Yes, today is Friday, February 2026. And because February is a 28-day month this year, 2026, that means next month, March 2026, is also Friday the 13th. So I was thinking about that. I was like, how many Friday the 13th are there in a given year? And I was like, well, since it's a 28-day February, that means the weeks repeat. We have two Friday the 13th in a row. 2 out of 3 of the first. So the 3 first months of the year, this year 2026, 2 of them, 2/3 of the months have Friday the 13th. I thought it was cool, so I was just going to throw that in here. Here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, ruminate about what an area focus of self-education might mean if I were a stay-at-home wife and my name was Tanis Elordi. So this is me getting Elordi from my Jacob Elordi, the guy who took my virginity in waking mode. What a handsome man. And getting to see him on a big screen afterwards, I was like, I haven't felt like any other human being like I do about him. During, and there's a bit of a halo effect as well. So did it really happen? If it really happened, there's a very real change of feel in a very positive and very heartfelt way, for me anyway. So that's been a unique journey of the less than 24 hours. I was thinking, it kind of ties into attempting graduate school and my low blood pressure journey, low being the operative word. My cardiology self-experimentation is, let's say I don't go back to try graduate school again, and whether I did or not, there's kind of the continual learning of going with self-experimentation. Learning doesn't end with schooling, and learning doesn't end with graduate school. So either way, this is something that I need to think about, is how to continue learning. And especially in the case of perhaps my Jacob Elordi goes, I'm going to invoke my divine rule and make you my stay-at-home wife. You are my wife, and I'm going to make you stay at home. And if you are in prison, I will visit you in prison, and I will pamper you. I will bring you the world of chemistry. Why? So you can build an infinity diet, meaning we can eat whatever we want and have it process accordingly, like without gaining weight, kind of thing. Right? That's the spirit of the infinity diet. And so I'd say that would be a focus. Yeah, how to do it, and then per industry that would be different. So like having and making sure to stay in touch and I'd say authority confirming and order confirming. So knowing, it'd be great in terms of like, so let's say we have an at-home microscope petrography area. So then there are textbooks on optical mineralogy and petrography. Then also the corresponding mineral classifications. However, in like rock classification schemes and stuff like that, there's also people in person, there are institutions, but also realizing that as I become more learned and he becomes more learned and we become more learned, we become authorities. However, there are other authorities as well, like as authority in the topic. So making sure to be cognizant and mindful of others and opportunities to learn as we ourselves learn and might be able to communicate better. So that kind of thing. So that's on, this is a part of also broaching soulmate residency and ruminating about surnames, and a very real one for broaching soulmate residency of how do we learn, where do we learn, and how do we store? Like, what about bookshelves? What about rock storage? What about a microscope area? Self-education is kind of a all-encompassing kind of view in that sense for life with one's soulmate. So that's an area for myself if a stay-at-home wife is Tanis Elordi, self-education.